Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. You join us for an awesome show because of course it is a launch day, something you have not had a chance to get your hands on, or well, some of you have, because you savvy crafters have been shopping ahead, and I know you're going to absolutely adore this collection because it is something you know and love, but with a new, different twist on them, which is fantastic. We are, of course, talking about the Gemini nesting frame die collection. They are going to be absolutely incredible. I can't wait for you to see all the awesome things that the lovely Sara is going to do with them. She is here. She is in the studio. You've literally like whizzed in, Sara, haven't you, from elsewhere, arriving in the nick of time, because I just know you didn't want to miss this fantastic launch.
Oh no, when I heard, because I'll be honest, this wasn't supposed to be on until next week. However, when I heard that these had landed in the warehouse early, I specifically asked if we could get these brought forward onto the show and arrange my schedule. I've been on air on Channel 4 down in Leeds, so I literally, as Joe said, walked in about 8 minutes ago ready to do this show, but I got it all ready this morning before I went. These are absolutely fabulous. They are, you know, our nesting dies are always our most popular. I mean, they're always our most popular dies that we do. These are the most incredible nesting dies. Look at some of the designs, like this rose one, I think might be my favourite nesting die I have ever seen in the 15 years I've been crafting, Joe. I mean, they are just off the chart, some really ornate, delicate designs. Now, I'm going to be showing you how to do some shaped cards, using the frames on your cards, inverting the cards to use it in a different way on your cards. There is so many things to go through, but all I'm going to say is these are nesting dies. Whoever doesn't need more nesting dies? How can you ever have too many? It's like women in shoes or women in handbags, Joe. We can never have too many. There's always an occasion for that new nesting die, and I'm going to prove that to you when you see how gorgeous these ones are today.
Absolutely, really excited. I know lots of you have already pre-ordered these, and also I'm really excited to see all the things that Sara's going to do with these. Let me take you through what's in the collection. I know you're going to want to go for the whole collection. It's been very, very busy already. Now, just even straight off the bat, I don't know which way to hold these up. Do you know why? Because you can use them any way that you want to. They work in a portrait mode. They work beautifully in the landscape mode too. It is completely up to you. So what you've got in here is firstly your filigree frame. They are absolutely jam-packed with gorgeous lacy detail, which I love. You've then also got the modern swirl in here too. The amount of detail is awesome. I really love this. I also love that within each one you get this embellishing sort of flourish or corner element too, which you're going to be able to use with the collection or away from the collection. The deco swirl is beautiful. I would love to see this used alongside something like our peacock collection. I think it would look beautiful there. You're definitely going to be able to tie these into lots of other collections that you already own. This one is just off the chart. It's the decorative rose swirl. I'm imagining this may be paper pieced in, elements of this with a little bit of matte mirror card. The options are absolutely endless. You've then got this one here, which is the delicate lace frame, which you're going to love. Yes, you're going to be able to use elements of these on their own, but really layering them up to get that really lovely full effect. And finally, you're also going to get the abstract frame in here too. You can get any two of these for £23 or $27. I think you're going to want to go for the whole collection. If you are a Club Inspire Platinum member, $51.96 or $59.80 is your price today. You buy 5, get 1 free. That is before you have any additional Club Inspire discount, which you're all going to use. If you want to get in touch with me, if you've got any comments or questions as we go through, you can do that in all the usual ways. Crafters TV across on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube, loads of you tuning in, loads of love for your hair and your dress today, Sara. You are looking, I mean, you always look fabulous, but particularly fabulous today, may I say.
Well, do you know what the trick is? Second day curls, Joe. So I knew I had that big cartload last night, and I knew I was going to be doing a big show tonight, so I got up and I curled it yesterday, and then just rejudged it at 6 o'clock this morning. I mean, I've been on the school run like this. I got some funny looks off the other parents, I can tell you.
Now, I know you've got loads lined up with these, Sarah. It's definitely going to be one of those shows that you want to bookmark, you're going to want to save it, you're going to want to share it because you're going to learn loads of concepts. I guess the thing about it, Sarah, is that nesting dies is something that we all know, we all use, we all love, but these just feel like a really different spin on something that we all already know how to use.
Exactly, and it is the detail in them. So, for example, I'm going to start, you'll not be surprised to hear, I'm going to start with that incredible rose, because the rose itself, to me, it was my favourite out of all of them. So again, if you just look at this, oh, I need to retie the little bow on this one, but if you just look at that gorgeous box jaw, right, done here, with that gorgeous rose round there cut into the box and then layered up again over the top. I mean, the detail in it, it's a nesting die, but it's so much more than a nesting die as well, okay? So if I show you what kind of comes in there, you've got the outer of the nesting die, and then you've got all the inner pieces. So to me, these are just bonus extras. And on each one of the sets that we get, this obviously isn't this one, you get a little idea on the front of how this is going to look, right? So on each one of these, Joe, I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to show you how beautifully well these cut out. So I'm going to use the Junior machine because we finally got the Junior back in stock in the US. Finally, we've been, well, you know what it's been like, Joe. We haven't been able to keep up with demand and make these. For the last year, we've been playing catch up. So we've just had our stock delivered in the US. So if you're in the US and you've been waiting for us to come back in stock with the Juniors, brilliant. We've also got them in stock here in the UK. We had our delivery a little bit while back. So if I lift this out, Joe, you can see there it's done that beautiful cut. You can take it and emboss this if you want from here with your embossing mat, or if you just give it a good tap, you'll see how well these lift out. And again, so just a couple of little taps on there, Joe, and you'll see, even though it's a ridiculously intricate die, these just pop out absolutely no problem.
Loads of people tuning in saying hello. Jill is saying hi from North Yorkshire. Deborah's in Texas. Andrea's in Michigan. I can see Patty in Michigan. Tansy's loving these. Says, I'm really wowed by all of these designs. Diane's in Ohio. Who else? We've got Susie T is saying good morning as well from New Orleans. The thing for me is, Sarah, I know they are a nesting die. When you actually look at the samples, some of them that you look at, you see them as a nesting die. Some of them just look like a creator card die to me almost. They're that you detailed. Can really dress them up in different ways, can't you?
Absolutely. Like you say, you've got that choice. Now, what I wanted to show you, Joe, is you can either use this as a whole frame if you want, or you could take that and use, where have I put the rest of the set of dies? Oh, goodness only knows. Here they are. If you use that, you could then use it with this and cut out the inside, or just with this and cut out the inside if you want, Joe. Here is the one where I've done that detail cut in the inside. Beautiful. So you can see it's a beautiful base. Oh, I just love that. So do you know, even if we just stopped there with the show and you just admired how beautiful our dies were, you know, when you just sometimes look at something and think, we absolutely nailed that. We absolutely nailed that. It's gorgeous, right? Now, what I thought I'd do for this one, just for a little bit of a change, is just use a gold pen, right? So I've just got my gold sparkle pen and just give it a little bit of a subtle hint of gold sparkle all over the background, Joe. And the beauty with this is you just, because it's onto black and it's not an opaque pen, this one, it's like you're going to get the hint of gold and the hint of sparkle all kind of coming through in one go, all right? So there we go, the sparkle and the gold. And if you want to build it up, you can always give it multiple layers if you want in there, right? So you can see that I'm going to be really organised here, Joe, as well. And I'm going to just whiz in and make sure I don't get gold sparkle all over my fingers for the rest of the show. Now, for a really simple card with this on, what I thought we'd do is, I've got a sheet of A4 cardstock, cut it to 6 inches wide, and then I've put my score lines in to make it into a gatefold card.
Beautiful.
So keeping it super duper simple. With my tape pens, I'm just going to do a really simple bit of matting and layering on the front, Joe, and then put that designer die cut, I'm going to call it, on the front as well.
Awesome. Lots of love for these already. Betsy says, good morning, everyone. I've been anxiously awaiting this show. I just love these dies. That is the feedback I've had from pretty much everyone. Chemistry in biology says, loving the deco swirl and the rose are her favourites. Jerry says, so looking forward to this launch, watching whilst working. Karen loves these dies. Do I need them, she says? Do
Absolutely.
I want them?
Right, okay.
Yes and yes, she's saying.
Yes, we have needs and wants, Joe. With women, of course, we have loads of needs and wants. This one is the need.
Okay.
Right? These are definitely in the need category, not just the want category. They're nesting dies. You know, they are the dies that you are going to use the most out of every other style you will ever work with. And that's the difference. Every single card you make needs some sort of central topper on. This just gives you that central topper. Now, I'm going to pop that topper on there, Joe. And again, just a little bit of tape. I'm going to go around here with this. Then you don't want to, now I'm already starting to get, look, I'll put this under here so you can see. Can you see here?
Yeah.
We've got like little bits of glue oozing out.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't like that, right? I was trying to be clever and think I could get away with it in these bits. And do you know what? I'm not, Joe. I can't get away with it. So what I'm going to do is just make sure I clean all that glue out there. And then where we're actually going to put the glue, I'm going to come in with the dotty tape pen. Because if you use the dotty tape pen for things like your nesting frames, you're not going to get, we want loads of glue on, but we don't want to be able to see any of our glue. So this way, when I turn it over, you now can't see any of that glue whatsoever because we've used the dotty. And the excess is actually, there it is, it's gone through. Can you see? The excess has gone through instead of sticking on here. And then all we do is we take this, and this is going to go over the front of our panel there. And then I have no idea where I've put my other little bits and pieces that go with that demo. So what I'm going to do is just show you, there's the one. So when the ink dries, this is the finish that you get. And all I've done is stuck the extra little piece in, put like a little butterfly inside. But that is like a super simple, super easy card, but just showing you how beautifully ornate that is. Now, can you see I've started off with the second layer of that ink on there, and look how sparkly it makes it when I go, look how, when I put a second layer on.
Black, isn't it?
Incredible. So I'm going to go around and give that another layer and actually get ready for another one of the demos, Joe, because I've got loads to show you today.
Loads of people loving these. Pam says, already have these in my cart. Fred saying, wow, these dies are beautiful. They are all available individually. They are available on a 2-4. However, you get the best value when you go for them all together. I think the other great thing as well is that what you have is the ability to just get the most use out of them. I'm going to run back through all the ones that come included. I've shown you the boards. I'm just going to show you some finished projects that are made with these. What I think they are, they're like chameleons, these dies. You don't necessarily see them when you look at the finished projects, but they're the basis of so many different projects. Look at this one. Think about bringing in some of the flourishes, some of the embellishing dies that you have in our other collections. How awesome would all of those rose gold dies work with these nesting dies? You're just going to find so many different ways of using them the more you use them. I love that depending on how you colour these up as well and what embellishments you add, makes them look very different. I think that one there, the Art Deco one, is absolutely gorgeous. Maybe you're going to use these in conjunction with your card kits. Maybe you're going to use toppers and die cut toppers on here. They're going to allow you to do that. Do you love to do your shaker cards? How about these being a central element for the aperture of your shaker card? There are so many different card concepts. There are so many different ideas and ways of layering these up that, I mean, it's infinite almost, isn't it? You're going to absolutely adore working with them. I know lots of you have got your orders in already. Sarah's loving your nails as well. She says that colour is gorgeous, Sarah.
Hey, I am feeling the love from
really
you guys
are.
today. Let me just tell you, you can keep this coming. You can keep this coming all afternoon.
Now, there was an incredibly busy cartload show last night. Some of the deals are available. Some are in this show. There's still lots of deals across on the website. We had 3 mystery bags. We're down to the last mystery bag. 80% of that stock has already sold out and gone. We wanted to bring it on the show for you just to show you the kind of, well, I'm looking at what's in this mystery bag and then I'm looking at that price on the screen and thinking, surely that can't be right because I know that this hexagon box die is worth £29.99. So basically buy that and then we're going to give you the rest of it for a penny. So you're going to get Nature's Garden creator card dies for a penny. You are going to get fantastic pop-out dies that are going to make the inside of your card look as amazing as the outside of your card for a penny. How about some incredible Shall & Caris sentiment dies? They're in there. Do you want 6x6 papers? They're in here. How about some awesome stamps as well? These are in here. How about stamps and dies too? You're going to get some of those in here and also some of our wonderful over the edge as well. £83 or $110 is what you save, but of course you're going to save even more because Platinum members are going to save another £6 or $8 there on that. It really is the last of that. If you didn't see the show yesterday, we've still got a mystery bag for you, but it is the only one we have. Do grab it. That is going like hot cakes at the moment. Not only mystery bags, but we also had surprise boxes, Sarah. And it looks, I mean, it's worth going just for the box alone, isn't it?
Well, there is this much left. There is 4% of the stock left and that's it. So this is the surprise box, Joe. I don't know if you remember, we brought this out a few months ago. When we launch a new product, we always bring, when we can only do a one-off, we bring kind of 6 to 9 months worth. This hasn't lasted that long, and we are now down to the last of the stock, and it will not be reprinted. So if you've been looking at this for a while, you've been thinking of getting it, there is £67, just over £67 worth of product in here. £35 or $39.99 is the usual price, £20 or dollars, and you are going to get 100 bonus points with it. So those of you trying to make your way up to platinum or whatever, this is going to be the one. This could be the tipping point for you. We had a few people hit over that tipping point last night, Joe. So if I open this up, these are beautifully packaged. I mean, just beautifully packaged. And inside, what you've got here, Joe, is you've got here the dies for birthday, fabulous and thankful, and then all of the sentiments that finish it off. So it could be simply thankful for you, thankful for your kindness, you know, fabulous. So have a fabulous day, for example. Now, if someone said to me, Joe, for 20 quid or $20, you could get 3 supersized word dies and all the matching stamp sets, and you're going to get 100 bonus points, I would absolutely bite their hand off. Bite their hand off, which to me makes everything I'm about to show you essentially free of charge. So if I take you through that, I'm going to start with the papers because they're my favourite. Can you see how they've got a bit of a vintage feel to them, Joe? And I just love the colour palette that's in them. And the way they've got that like undertone of a bit of muted colour into them. Love these. So you get the paper pad. You then, oh, I love this one. You then also get the matching solid cardstock that goes with it. So here's all your solids in there as well. Then we've got, if I show you, the extra stamp set that you can do your colouring into. We've got the gems and then also all of the ribbons in the different sizes that match in with that. You've got your dewdrops. And then let's just say you've got 15, 20 quids with the blank cards and envelopes. Your 6x4, your 6x6 and your 5x7s. So actually another way you could cut it is, I'm just going to stock up my stash of my cards and envelopes and I'm going to get dewdrops, embellishments, stamps, printed papers, patterned papers and all the die cuts for free as well. But only 4% of the stock that we had left. So that is it, literally. It will go during this show and then that is it. You will never, ever, ever see this product again available anywhere in the world from us.
Astrid saying the surprise box would be an amazing gift as it is so beautifully packaged. Chemistry and Biology says, love that surprise box. So much goodness and great papers. Worth it just for the paper and the envelopes alone. Remember, if you want to send someone a crafty gift, we can send you the bill and them the products. We haven't managed to do it yet, so we do it the other way around. But if you want to send it to someone else, absolutely we can do that for you. £20 or $20. Even with that value, you can still use your Club Inspire discount as well. Platinum members, £16 or $16. Lots of you multi-ordering on that. And as Sarah said, it is the last of it. Now, I want to just touch on a couple of other bits that we had on the show last night. We really do, on cartload shows, bring you some awesome sort of like multi-buys. I always think of it, you know, when you go down the aisle in the supermarket where you get like the mega packs and you always get the best value, that's what these are like. So what we've got on the show for you is a 6-pack on the all-purpose glue. Now, before you even think about your Club Inspire discount, you're actually looking at what, £2 per bottle here on this. You're going to get all 6 bottles there for $11.96 or $31.80. So do grab a hold of those. That is a lot of your go-to glue, I know. We've then got the tape pens for you. Now, I always love this because this is how we send the tape pens out to our retailers. Almost like you're wholesale buying them from us. So we've got 2 different options. You can go for the permanent, which are these ones just here. I'm going to open these up and show you what you get because I just think it really makes me laugh that you're going to get all of these. You're going to get 12 in a box, which is amazing. So you can go for the permanent ones, which details on your screen there, £33 or $46. Or you can go for the Dotty as well. What I would say is we don't do these mega deals on these that often. So definitely worth stocking up on one of each. £40 or $58 if you want to go for the Dotty ones as well. And you can see there, look, the saving is massive. £30 or $25. Something else that Sarah, I know, was like, oh, we must get it. Have we got any left? Have we got it left? Can we get it on? Because it's such great value, is this amazing Centura bundle.
We do, Joe, but it launched less than 12 hours ago and half of the stock has gone, and we have this made. So we commission this once a month. The wonderful people at the Centura Pearl Company, so the Slater Harrison is the company who makes our Centura Pearl. Those wonderful people do me an official collection for my cartload once a month, right? And what I asked them for is 3 types of cardstock. Usually you only get 40 sheets of cardstock for $9.99, but they always do me 3 types, so you get 60 sheets for $9.99. Well, the problem was, I asked for gold and silver. So I got the beautiful Centura Pearl finish in the gold and silver, 20 sheets of gold, 20 sheets of silver. So that's what you would usually expect to pay $9.99 for. Problem was, Joe, they didn't have any stock available of cardstock to do me a 3rd one. So they said, can we do paper instead? So I thought, oh yeah, fair enough, we could have paper instead. What I didn't realise they were going to do is send me the same weight in paper, which is 3 times the number of sheets. So now, instead of having what I thought we were going to get is the 20 sheets of like lavender, we actually get 20 sheets. By the way, the paper's double-sided.
Nice.
So 20 sheets of the double-sided lavender, 20 sheets of the double-sided cherry, and 20 sheets of the double-sided pistachio. Now, yes, the red and green. I would personally be putting these away for Christmas. These are just wonderful Christmas, okay? But the lavender I would be using straight up now. For your mats and layers, this is absolutely beautiful to go with that gold and silver as well. Now, we always do this. It's $9.99 or $14.99 a pack, but if you want, and let's face it, why wouldn't you? You can multi-buy 2 for £15 or $25, and you get your discount on top of that. So please do not buy one of these. These are the sort of deals that it's worth adding into your cart to get you to that free shipping threshold, which I know you all desperately want to do with these nesting dies. It's these, this is why I've asked them to take the best deals that we had on last night's cartload, put them onto here, because it's worth stocking up on things like your glue, your tape pens, your cardstock, that you're going to always need while you're trying to get to that free shipping part.
Absolutely. Loads of people loving these cartload deals and loving that main collection as well. Alicia, everyone is full of compliments today, Sarah. Alicia says, hello, beautiful Sarah and handsome Joe. I'll take that. I've just ordered the Deco Swirl, Modern Swirl and Abstract Nesting frames. Really looking forward to getting my hands on these. Karen's loving that surprise box. Alicia's also got herself some of the tape pens. And Wanda saying, good morning all. I have gone for these. Now I can just watch and sit back and enjoy it, which is awesome. Keep getting any questions or comments that you've got in about these brand new dies. I would love to know how you're going to be using them. Do let me know. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you make sure you know every time we go live. Right, Sarah, what is in store next?
Oh, yes, I've just seen Denise has asked a quick question about the paper before we go. She said, what weight is the paper? Now the Centura pearl is always onto 120 GSM paper, but because it's got the pearl on both sides, it feels a little bit more substantial. But to be honest, you're getting 60 sheets of it, and to me, it's like the 60 sheets are kind of coming for free when you buy the gold and the silver Centura pearl card. So I'd just be taking that every day of the week if I'm being really honest.
Absolutely.
Yep. Right, talking about pearl, I've used one of our pearl cardstocks for this next card, and what I thought we'd do is use the delicate lace frame to do a whole shaped base card, because these dies are thick enough and strong enough to cut through a double layer of these in one go if you want. So let me just show you exactly what I'm talking about, okay? So as I bring the board in here, Joe, I'm just going to make sure, so let's have a look. If I measure this, it is just over 4 inches. So I'm going to go at like 4 1/4 inches, score down here. And then now what we've got is we've got that perfect folded in half scored cardstock, and I've used the double-sided pearl that we've got. So Joe, if I take this now, if we want to do this so that the whole card stays intact, what you're going to do is, can you see I'm going to position this so that the cut line stays above where we've got our fold line. Can you see that? So around about there like that is what I would recommend. So just get that all lined up. A little bit of tape. Oh no, where's my tape gone? Who's been in this morning, Joe?
I couldn't possibly say Debbie Fisher.
Oh, don't even get me started on Debbie Fisher. Do not even get me started on Debbie Fisher and her demo of the week. Right? That's not even open for debate. Where is the tape?
We played that out in the morning call, in the wake-up call this morning. Yes, it was a very interesting win. It was Sarah's birthday. I think we all thought Sarah was a shoo-in for card of the week last week. However, it didn't quite go to plan, as you'll probably see over on our social media at some point in the very near future. Lots of you still chatting away, very, very busy. Pretty much everyone is going for that big collection at the moment. I think with these, Sarah, you're going to get 1 or 2 of these home, aren't you? And you're going to think to yourself, I really wish I'd got them all, because I think look, they're not going to stay in stock all that long. So
I know.
Don't get 2 and then miss out on the other 4 is what I'm saying.
Well, will you do me a favour? Will you show everybody what those boards are?
Absolutely.
While I go and find myself some tape and go and shout at Debbie Fisher.
No problem whatsoever. Now, let me just go through. I keep saying to myself, I don't really know how to hold these boards because they are so versatile. You can use them in the landscape or you can use them in the portrait. It's completely up to you. They work really well both ways. That's the filigree frame. You're also going to receive the modern swirl if you're going through all of them, the deco swirl, the decorative rose, which is just off the chart amazing. You've also got the delicate lace in here, and you've got that wonderful abstract as well. They are absolutely beautiful. They're all on a theme, but they're all still very different at the same time, aren't they, Sarah?
Yeah, that's what you're going to love about them. Honestly, and their nesting dies are the ones that you're going to use all the time. Now, I've been and found some more tape. We're all good. So can you see I've taped that down in place there, Joe, but it is just over the top. That's the important bit because you want it to fold. Now, here's the thing, right? Yes, I'm going to run this through the junior. Now, let's try it. Should we try it without the metal plate? No, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to just put my metal plate in because here's the thing, right? We're cutting through 2 layers of cardstock, Joe, so I want it to cut really well. So I'm going to go with my clear, my magnetic, top plate, send that straight through. If I was cutting through 1 layer, I wouldn't bother with the metal plate. It seems ironic to think I'm putting the extra plate when we've got the extra layer of cardstock, but I want that to be a really, really detailed cut. Michelle wants to know if she's going to be able to use these with her box making as well, Sarah. Yes. Maybe we should try that a little bit later.
Oh, yes, please.
Maybe we should try that. Right, let's have a little look. Now, even with that, look at that. It's done my outside cut, no problem, Joe, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the outside cut off and then I'm going to run it through again with the die just over the base one so we can get a detailed cut in the base one as well.
I mean, you are asking a lot here of it, aren't you? Which is awesome. Remember what you're getting as well. You get all 6 in here, which is fantastic. So you can see this is what's coming home to you. Imagine when you get these home, spreading them all out, doing a few test cuts, running them through, understanding fully how they all work together. It's going to be super, super exciting. Shadia's letting me know, Sarah, that it's on the caddy apparently, the tape.
It's on the caddy.
Sure.
Oh, now she tells me.
Now she tells us. Alicia wants to know if she's going to be able to use these for a foil press once they're die cut. I do not see why not, in the same way that you do with your other dies. I'll ask Sarah again that in a moment. I do need to really quickly though just talk to you again about the Junior. I know the Junior has been out of stock for a long time in the US. It is now back in stock. If you've been waiting for it, it is ready to go. So I'm just going to show you exactly what you are getting there.
Oh, well, I'll just pause at this point so they don't miss the next bit of the demo, Joe.
Okie doke, thank you very much. It is busy, so I know a lot of you have been waiting for it. Here it is. Now the great thing about it is you're getting £80 or $100 worth of free product. Subtract that from the cost of the machine, then take your Club Inspired discount into consideration as well. That is one of the best, if not probably, actually I'm going to say it, I think that's the best deal I've seen on the Gemini Junior. So if you want to get your hands on it, now's the time to snap that up. That's an awesome source deal on that Juniors, Sarah.
I know, and we've just got them back, and the Junior is perfect for any, all these dies are going to fit perfectly well through the Junior for you, Joe. So that's going to work an absolute treat. Right, there we go. So if you want that detail cut, you are going to want to run them through in 2 parts like this. And you can see there, so that all lines up beautifully well. But now what I've got is, I've got that card which is shipped. So whether you want to do it this way, or whether you want to do it upright and you want to do it this way, both ways you could have that base card ready to go. Now, if you want to go, the other option to do it, and I'll show you this later on in the show, is to cut the fold line a little bit further down, cut another version of this out and stick it right over the top, then you don't see the join. So that's 2 different ways that you could do it. So we've got our base card looking fabulous. What I'm then going to do is just use some of the other dies that we've got, Joe. So can you see I can come on, we'll cut this one here, and then we'll also cut this one on here. Now I think I am just going to hold that in place. Right.
Nothing stopped you using these on their own as standalone really lovely little shaped dies, is there?
Would be fabulous. You've also got these, but you've got loads of bits of the dies. All of them, you've got useful bits all the way through. So just make sure you're using them, and they will mix and match really well. Oh, I love nesting dies. They are the one dies that I've always just been able to not resist them. And for me, the designs, it's that gorgeous rose. I just love the rose design in particular. But you're not going to be able to choose between them all, because trust me, you're going to absolutely.
Katie's asking what size these are. They're the rectangular ones are 6 inches by 4 inches. The square ones are 5 inches by 5 inches. That's the largest part of the outside die, just to let you know.
Brilliant. Now, here we go, Joe. I'm just using some foam pads just to lift this up and make it that little bit more 3D. All right, so foam pads all the way over the back will give me that raised piece in the center. And then that is then going to tie in with this next one here. If I peel all that off the backing as well, and again, we put these right across the back, that is going to lift this one. Oh, look at that, I'm not being careful at all, am I not? Talk about being slapdash and going straight for it today, Joe.
That colour of that cardstock is gorgeous. Is that from the Navy and Blush collection?
Yeah, I do love this one.
Beautiful.
Do love this set. So that'll just go on the front. And then actually, look, I've got like a die cut element that I had. When you get the intricate ones, that's when you're going to go all over the back with things, your dotty tape pen, Joe, and not use your regular kind of tape pen, because then you don't get any bits all over. So here we go. That is going to go in the middle there. And then actually I'm just going to use, she says, do you know, I call Debbie Fisher for taking stuff. I can't even find all my own stuff I've put out. Do you know, I had some lovely little pearls, which I will inevitably come and go. Yes, here they are. Here we go. Do you want to see me lovely little pearls on there?
Yes, please.
Right, lovely little pearl in the middle here. And then a couple of these little ones just around the edges. I just think pearls make anything look really fancy, don't they, Joe?
They do indeed.
Make it look really
lovely.
expensive.
That could be a lovely little gift card holder, couldn't it? If you just put, a little pocket on the inside or something like that.
And you could do the card, and then you could do the tag to match it.
Yeah,
and I just think
beautiful.
that's, you know, that could be anything that. So it just shows you how you do your shape cards. Now, just to give you a feel of what's coming up in the rest of the show, right? Because I know I normally start with showing you. I am going to be doing, so that is the one where I showed you how you can fold it. This is if you want to do a shaped card where we stick the extra layer over the front.
Beautiful.
So that is the same type of card, but I'm going to do it the other way next time, right? Then I've got, oh, this one here is fabulous. I'm going to show you how you do a twisted easel, right? But I'm actually going to do 2 twisted easels onto the front of one large card here, right? So double twisted easel on there. I'm going to do a diamond fronted card and just use my nesting dies in the background here. I'm also going to do, look at this one here, where you use the outside of the frame of the die and a little bit of white on white in the middle.
Nice.
So I've got loads to show you, loads of different designs. I'll be really honest, I kind of got a little bit carried away doing more with the rose. So I love all the dies, but I love the rose in particular. And also we'll just do some lovely detail cutting with them as well. So loads to show you, but if you're going for these, you categorically must get some of that Centura Pearl card while we're on with it, Joe. That is an unmissable one if you haven't already got it.
Absolutely, and they really are a match made in heaven. Rebecca's saying the frames remind me of the vintage lace collection. Chemistry and biology is loving the colour combos. Marilyn says, I love this for making card shapes. That is absolutely stunning. Charlotte is saying as well, the smaller ones would be great for your tags. Sarah says, when I showed my husband the Gemini Junior sale, he said, you need to order that.
Husband, well trained.
She says, even though I've got the Pro, the original and the Mini, love my hubby, so generous. I think he sounds like an absolute keeper. Don't forget about the mystery bag. I need to let you know, stock-wise, we are burning through the stock very quickly of what is left. 85% of the stock has gone. I'll quickly whiz you through what you could be getting in here. This is the cost of the bag on its own, that awesome double-sided die, but then you're getting a creator card die in here. I mean, this is what, $19.99's worth of value. You've got pop-outs in here. You've also got card stock in there too. Brilliant textural stamps in there. Some brilliant stamps and dies. A lovely over-the-edge concept in there too. And also sentiments. The saving is amazing. £83 or $110. Add an extra £6 or $8 saving on that if you are a Club Inspire Platinum member too. The Junior is really busy also. I'm not surprised in the States because you're getting $100 worth of product thrown in totally free of charge. That means then that in essence your machine is costing you $100, which is absolutely off the chart value for money. In fact, what I'm going to do is, I know a lot of you have just popped this new launch into your basket, waiting for an opportunity to check out. Whilst you do that, why don't I share with you all the brilliant features of the incredible Gemini Junior. absolutely brilliant machine and a great deal there for you on that as well. Susan said, cannot believe you get so many dies. I thought it was just the main frame, but then when you look at it and break it down, the value is amazing. Linda saying as well, these dies are gorgeous. My wish list is getting longer and longer and longer. And Deborah has got her order in, which is fantastic. Talking of getting your orders in, boy, oh boy, are you getting your orders in on this incredible Centura Pearl collection. It is absolutely awesome. Remember what you're getting in here. You are getting the silver, 20 sheets. You're going to get 20 sheets of the gold as well. But then, I mean, look, even if you were just getting that for $9.99, I'd say, yeah, okay, fair enough. Great value. Then what you've got though is all of the papers too. It has still got that beautiful luster that you expect from Centura Pearl. It's double-sided. You've got it in that really lovely rich berry red, that gorgeous pistachio, which is just really beautiful, so sort of light and vibrant, and then you've got that wonderful lavender in there as well. $9.99 or $14.99 is excellent. However, what happens is when you pop two in your basket, it becomes £15 or $25. It was so incredibly busy when we launched it. It continues to be really busy today. Over half gone there on that. That doesn't take into account everyone that's got it in their basket at the moment. Remember as well the brilliant deal that we've got on the all-purpose glue for you. 6 containers in there, $11.96 or $31.80 is your price for that, which is brilliant. Definitely stock up on that because I know that's a lot of your go-to glue, which is brilliant. Our tape pens as well, the value doesn't get better than when we bring them to you in these awesome 12 packs, which is basically, we're wholesaling them to you in essence. You can go for either the dots, which is this one just here, or you can go for the regular permanent one too. £33 or $46 if you want to go for that permanent one. We all remember still, don't we, the great tape pen shortage of 2020.
And I remember it well, Joe.
We do indeed. So we don't want that to happen. If you want to get stocked up, this is the most cost-effective way for you to stock up on them, which is absolutely awesome. £33 or $46. Right, Sarah. Sarah's over there like a coiled spring. I can see the more Sarah looks at these dies and these demonstrations, the more excited she's getting over there.
Yeah, well, somebody asked, can you use these to make boxes? And I absolutely love this box that Astrid's made. And I love it because this is my favourite die from all this set. I thought, right, I'm going to do this box, I'm going to recreate it, but use some of the other cardstock we have on the show and use one of the other dies so that you can see you don't just have to love that beautiful rose one. So I'm going to use the filigree frame, okay? So what I'm going to do, Joe, is I've just cut some cardstock, some of that Centura Pearl in the set to 7 by 9. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the lid here first. I'm going to make it an inch deep, right? So I'm going all 4 sides at an inch, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 sides all at an inch. And then I'm going to do the base of the box on the box base also at an inch. So you do all your scoring first, Joe, and then you do all of your cutting after you've scored, but before you do your assembly. So anytime you're doing a box, this is the way to do it. Those of you that have the Gemini Pro will absolutely love it. You can do massive boxes and cut into all the different pieces. So there's my base. Put that to one side. Let's cut into the lid now. So here we go, filigree frame. And if I lift this out, Joe, I'm going to lift this out and use the outer part here, but then I also want the inside cutting. So I want like a, what you call it? Like a nest. You know what I mean? I want the frame cut on the inside, all right? Now I have my tape. We're going to use the tape to adequately position that back in the inside so everything's positioned.
Do you know the thing I struggle with these?
Go on.
They are so beautiful as dies. My brain struggles to fathom the idea that they are actually a nesting die still.
Do you know that?
I just see them as like
a topper
die. In my head, they're just like a creator card die. And it's then
so
when you put
more.
the other two on the inside, I think, oh, hang on, no, these are actually nesting dies.
Yeah, nesting. And honestly, of all of the dies we ever create, and it's not just us, any company ever creates, these are the ones that just live on and live on. They don't go in and out of fashion. They are just absolute classics that you'll come back to time and time again, okay? So here we go. I've used that, and when I lift that out, can you see? So that's cut out all together, but I've got my beautiful detailed die in here. So all we do is give it a tap on the back. so that we can cut all of this out. Oh, and I was going to tap it. You know, there's the difference, right? When you give it a good tap, I mean, they literally will just all fall out of here. But I'm going to need to tap them out. But before I do, I'm going to show you here. You then take this part, Joe, and I'm going to cut my acetate and stick my acetate on the inside of here. So as long as people can see what I'm doing, I'll crack on, Joe, and we're good to do a bit of chit-chatting while we go.
Absolutely. Mary says hard to pick favourites. I ended up ordering 4 of these last night. Oh, Mary, that's the thing. If you ordered 4, if you'd have ordered 5, you got the 6th one free. Do you know what I mean?
Does she mean she ordered 4, or does she mean she ordered 4 boxes, though?
4 of the dyes. So she ordered 4.
Of the dyes.
So she just got one. She just ordered 1 more. We'd give her the 6th one free of charge. Oh, Mary. Sorry, do you know what, Sarah? I always want people to get the best value.
Best deal.
That's what I want. I want you to get the products you love at the best price, and that's what happens when you buy the whole collection. Of course, you want to buy them individually, you want to get them on a 2-4, that is completely up to you. You're more than welcome to. Deborah's got an order in as well. Michelle says, thank you so much for this demo. I've just got the Ultimate Pro and I can't wait to use it.
Oh, I bet you can't.
It is going to change the way you craft. I do not say that lightly. Lots of people still talking about different ideas in which they are going to use these, which is brilliant. As I said earlier, Susan saying she just can't believe how many dies you get in each one of them.
Yep.
Absolutely, because they are big dies, aren't they, Sarah?
Absolutely. They're big sizes, but then even the nesting frames that come in the inside will be ridiculously useful.
Absolutely.
Now, let me just show you, Joe. I'm going to come in. What we're going to do is use a little bit of that Centura Pearl paper now. This is the beauty, because it's double-sided, it's going to work amazingly well for this box, right? So you'll see what I mean. So I'm going to pop that into there, Joe. And the inside one, remember to always hold them in place with a little bit of tape so that we avoid disasters, right? Frosted, clear, top plate. Even though this is an intricate die, because I'm just cutting it into paper, I'm not bothering with any extra shims or whatever. So now, I feel like I want to cut 2 so that I can illustrate how awesome them dotty pens are. Right, I'll use my other dotty pen on the other gold bit. Right, you'll see what I mean in just a second. So if we lift this out, there is that fabulously delicate design with all of those little bits popped out, ready to go. She says, just going to get the last couple out here. Now, if we were to use the straight tape pen all over the back of here, in fact, no, Joe, I'm going to go and cut another red one.
Okie doke.
I'm doing this literally, guys, just to show you how not to do stuff. So just bear with me and you'll thank me for it later.
Erlene says, I mean, you're preaching to the choir, Erlene. She says, Sarah, these are a must-have. That's exactly what they are. Yeah. Peggy says as well, hi, Sarah and Joe, I'm loving these nesting dies. They are absolutely beautiful. They really, really are. I remember you getting 6 in there. What I love is as well, Sarah, is that we've given that extra flourish or corner in there. And I think that's going to really make the difference. Especially if you're maybe wanting to do bigger projects and then extend it out and just add 4 flourishes or corners on a bigger card, you're really going to be able to create that illusion of it being as big or as small as you want it to be, aren't you?
Look at you, Mr. Crafty.
I know.
Got all the ideas going on, hasn't he? I love it. Right. Here we go. So we're going to have 1 perfect frame and 1 not so perfect frame. But my word, will you be able to tell? And I'm going to put it on the black, because the black shows on camera so much better. Right, here we go. So if we take them dies out, bit of a tap, right? Now, if I was to use, look at that one to come straight out.
Beautiful.
So if I was to use my regular tape on here, Joe, I'm going to go through here, right, and lift this all up. For a start, this is stuck, right? So I mean, look at this. This is not good for your project, a bit of a mess, right? Isn't it? Yeah. But then also, can you see? We're going to get all this tape sticking through. I mean, if that was then stuck on your project,
that's not going to look great, is it?
That is really not looking very professional, if you ask me, with all that glue shown through. That's what people are trying to avoid. Whereas if I show you the other, if we use the dotty tape pen, this is why you need to always use the right tape for the job, okay? You go through there with the dots. I'm putting loads of it on, right? And the it'll hold itself in place, so we're all good to keep kind of knocking that through. But then what you'll find is, which is just amazing, right? When I lift this out, we will have no, and I mean absolutely no show through of adhesive whatsoever.
Brilliant.
And you see, so whereas here, ooh, yucky, very unprofessional glue bogies, here, ooh, looks fabulous, right? And then this is going to come. Right, I'm going to take my time, Joe. Less haste, more speed. This is going to look awesome. And just stick this into that gap. Can you see where it came out? Oh, yes. This is going to be... This has got to win Demo of the Show, guys. This is what I want to win Demo of the Show.
Unless Debbie Fisher has some sort of...
Oh, my, don't even get me started. She's not even coming in the studio. Is that Debbie Fisher in her Demo of the Day?
Oh, my.
Demo of the Week.
If you saw Sunday, oh, gosh, what a day it was. I'm sure we'll pop it up on our social media. You'll be able to go back and watch it. There was a very interesting demonstration which won Demo of the Week. It was like the Boaty McBoatface incident of Crafters TV is what it was. Yeah.
I love that, the Boaty McBoatface incident of Crafters TV. Right? So, you're going to be a little bit more careful than what I have.
That was awesome though, Sarah.
Look, I'm going to take these little bits off. So, because this is the Centura Pearl double-sided paper, hello, red on the other side, taut profesh, right? That's all I'm going to say. Taut profesh is the look we are all after, right? Then a little bit of tape on the edges here. This is just an impromptu demo as well. I've got all my other demos.
This is not actually a real demo?
No, this isn't a real demo. This is me.
Shut the front door.
This is a Sarah Brucey bonus, not in the plan. But this is why I like being reactive, Joe. Somebody asked, can you use these in boxes?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yes, I've seen that gorgeous box that Astrid's done. I'm going to use this in a box. And it just kind of went from there, didn't it? Hey, I love it. Do you know what? This is why I love it when you crafters come up with the ideas and we work on it from there onwards. So here we go. All the sides here. Notice how I'm doing a box. Oh, who was it? It was just saying they'd got their ultimate. You can do all these sorts of boxes on your ultimate. This will be line 2, by the way, on your ultimate if you're wanting to do it at 1 inch deep. So all 4 corners. And if you are putting your boxes together, your tape pens are brilliant for getting those boxes put together, right? Now, I wouldn't advocate using any other type of tape pen for boxes, Joe, because it's just not strong enough. However, we make this adhesive specifically for your box making, right? Strong enough to do for your box making. So all 4 corners there. Oh, less haste, more speed. Look at how strong that's stuck already.
It really is strong, isn't it?
Same there, 4 corners in, lid goes on. Now I've got none of me fancy little bits and pieces that I've cut out ready to go on the front, but who gives a monkeys when we've just made that box unplanned in about 5 minutes with that gorgeous red on the lid and the base. And I took inspiration for that project from this one here. So there's the same design, different colourways. And then that's actually been stuck on as a second shadow. So the original one that's come out has gone back in, and a second one gone on as a shadow.
How awesome.
So boxes, yes, guys. Do you want to see what else we can do?
Yes, please.
Right, concept suite, incoming.
I love this bit.
It's massive, right? So, yes, we can do boxes, right?
You're making Astrid blush, by the way. She's letting me know in the comments, yeah.
Astrid's one of my favourite people at the moment. Astrid wrote the words for Copacabana.
I know.
My verse of Copacabana. So, yeah, Astrid's right up there. Top of my Christmas card list, Astrid. And by the way, your box looks gorgeous, right? What about doing one of these? This... Can you see? Oh, my word. We might have to run over and turn the lights off, Joe, right?
Oh, hang on. I'm going.
Right.
I'm going.
I just
Are they
don't
on?
know if it's got, the lights aren't very strong yet. He's coming. Right, go for it. Oh, yes, you can see it. Just push more lights in. Yes. Everyone was panicking there. The lights went off.
John's just had a heart attack outside.
Absolute heart attack outside. That's hilarious. Oh, I don't know, Flo, that it just like... Right. Long, thin boxes with lights in, right?
So we're going to get in trouble today.
This one's amazing, right? So this is just like what I've shown you, only just the inside bit cut out. So remember, you get like the rectangular ones and the square designs. This is, oh yes, now you're talking, right? Wowzers. Look at that, right? 3-fold. I'm going to call this a mirror card.
That looks like it should be like a photo frame on the Titanic is what it looks like, doesn't it?
Look fabulous. And do you know how that's all held together? Little strips of acetate on the back
nice.
that nobody would ever see, right? Now, the one that I showed you, we did like a 10-fold card. And if you want to do it like this one here, Joe, but can you see it's been connected at the top, so 2 cut out and connected at the top. So that's how I'm going to show you the next time we come to do one of these. Do you want to just do a gorgeous fold back?
Nice.
And they're just lovely on a fold back. Or you can do cut throughs, right? So can you see this cut through the front? How absolutely fabulous is this cut through onto the front, right? Just simple cards like a twisted easel. I love how we've just called a twisted easel now a simple card with that frame that's on there, Joe.
That looks like, is it like a gyroscope? That's what it reminds me of. You know where it kind of draws you in like a kaleidoscope. Looks
fabulous. Now that is just with the frame on the front. This is with the frame on the front with that little spinner bit.
Nice.
Isn't that gorgeous, right? You could be using these for shaker cards. Amazing. Oh, look at this one here. I love this idea. How you put it onto acetate and have that stand. I mean, look at that. That is
stunning,
just
isn't it?
Stunning and so incredibly clever. If you want to do things like, look at this, your gorgeous box frame there. It's lovely on your box frame. This is a shaped easel. Oh, yes, look at that. Do you know, I might have to try one of those as well.
It's like a sort of Victorian clock face, that one, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And do you know, I'll do this. We'll do one of these and I'll show you how to do that. I'm totally going off piece here, Joe, but there's just so many amazing demos I kind of want to show you. It's like Sarah let loose, this show, isn't it?
It really is.
But this is it, nesting dies. Nesting dies, I keep saying it, Joe, are my favourite dies that any company, not just when our company do them, any company do them. I mean, look at this one here. Come on, is that not just incredible? And then there's so many different things. That or this large one. I did a K card live on air just last week, was teaching you how to do this. Use that with your nesting dies on the front, take it to the next level.
Really, really beautiful. And that's, you know, so many different ways of doing that. Then you play around with different colour options. Then you think about pattern papers. Then you think about bringing embellishing stamps and dies in. It's just endless. The amount you can do with them is endless. I just want to really recap quickly with you what you're getting included. So remember, you're going to get the deco swirl, the filigree, the modern swirl, the decorative rose, the delicate lace, and the abstract frame. $64.95. That goes down to $51.96 as a platinum member, which is awesome. Giving you a really, really healthy saving. $59.80 is what you'll be paying as a platinum member in the US. If you want to get them individually, absolutely, you're free to do so. However, they're on a 2 for £23 or $27. As always, the best way to get the best value is to get them all together, because you get one for free, and that is before you have even thought about your Club Inspire discount. I want to quickly go back to this because, as Sarah said, okay, 2% of this is now remaining. It is your last chance. If you've seen it before, you've loved the idea of it. It is beautifully packaged and presented as well. You've got this lovely introduction in here. I mean, all of this gorgeous tissue paper, which you're definitely going to be repurposing and crafting with. As Sarah said earlier, and I think it's completely fair to say so, what you've got is your 3 big words in here, which is awesome. So you've got your words in there, and then you've got the stamps, which are going to enable you to customise your own sentiment. I mean, just getting the stamps and the dies, and then think about the rest of it being free of charge, because that is the kind of value that you are looking at. So there you've got all those stamps just here. What we've then got are some beautiful floral stamps. So if you've got any of our Spectrum Noir colouring mediums, you're going to love colouring those in. That's going to be awesome. We've then got ribbons in here as well. Beautiful organza ribbons, 3 colours, 3 different widths in there for you. They're going to look beautifully. I think look beautiful to finish off any of your projects. You've got your dewdrops in there. You've got your adhesive gems in there too. Then we get into all of your cards and envelopes as well. Cards and envelopes in here in 3 different sizes for you. So loads that you're going to be able to do with those. I mean, I can't even imagine how many cards you can make just out of what you are getting included, using all the cards and envelopes, and then you get all of these pattern papers. Now, I'm right in thinking, Sarah, aren't I, that we'll only do these pattern papers in this box. Is that right? You won't get these anywhere else. So if you want to get these pattern papers, you're going to need to get them in this particular box. Really beautiful florals, got a lovely muted pastel tone. Then you've got your block colours in there too. And the great thing is, because they're all in the same box, the block colours are perfectly colour toned and matched to the pattern papers. So if you are someone that's newer to crafting, maybe you know someone that's newer to crafting, you want to get this as a gift, it's all in there totally worked out for them. So they're going to find it super easy to put things together in here. Imagine getting this. You would think, wouldn't you, if you gave this to someone, they're going to think that you've spent a lot more than £20 on this. They are brilliant for building your own stash. I mean, just to get the cards and envelopes and also all those gorgeous papers, but also as a gift, I think it is absolutely incredible. It's going to be the last chance that you've got to get your hands on this. 100% bonus, 100 bonus points, which is incredible. Platinum members, £16 or $16. I'd be getting a few of them and putting them away for crafty gifts. Very, very busy out there on the website at the moment. What I'm going to do is give you all a chance to get yourself checked out. Whilst you do that, let's share with you all the fabulous details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. Become a member of our club today.
I really wish you could see what goes on in this studio underneath those pieces of video. I realise that there's cake. I've also worn silly shoes, so I can't really walk properly, but I was willing to run to get the cake, which is awesome. You guys are running to the website as well and snapping these up. Very, very busy on that brand new collection. Don't forget about the mystery bag. Don't forget about the surprise box. Please don't forget about all the awesome deals that we've got for you there on those incredible adhesives as well. Michelle says that's an impressive price for so many dies, especially when you account for the platinum discount as well. Absolutely, you know, platinum discount is such a fantastic thing, giving you that 20% off, which is brilliant. Rosalind says the dies are so intricate. Paula says perfect size for Sarah's fudge, that box. I will absolutely... It would be perfect. Evelyn says, I have a question. The weight of the paper was 160, wasn't it, in the Centura Pearl, Sarah? 140. 140, yeah.
No, what? You're trying to cover me. The fact that I've still got a mouthful of cake.
I didn't realise, sorry.
Right, it's 120.
120.
You've got the Centura Pearl on both sides.
Right, brilliant. Oh, so is that what you meant when you said it sort of feels a bit more like a sort of 140, 160 with that coating on there? Sorry, threw you right under the cakey bus there, didn't I? Mandy Doodlehands wants to know as well if you're going to be able to use these with the foil press. I don't see why not, Sarah. I guess would you foil the die cut element rather than use the die as do both?
You can do both. Craig will have an absolute field day foiling these. I'm just going to tell you now. I can see a Facebook Live coming right there.
Awesome, right. I had my fingers in my cake this side then. I thought I was going to get caught then for a second. Rebecca says, can't wait to get my surprise box, and all the extra bonus points are such a plus too. I want to whiz you through some other stuff that's on the show that I think you're going to really love, that works beautifully in conjunction with these dies. So you've got the intricate tools collection here, £8.77 or $15.08. That is your die brush and sponge, your pokey tool, and your replacement brush heads in there as well. We've then got the score master. You're gonna love doing your concept cards with these, so this is brilliant to have. You've got your score master board and Envelobox Creator scoreboard collection, £19 or $19, saving you 30%. We were talking about it earlier in the show as well. The iconic, of course, Ultimate Crafter's Companion Pro, $39.99 or $69.95 if you want to get your hands on that. It is an absolutely unbelievable piece of kit. Sarah's using some acetate there for your box making if you want to use it, and also for that sort of what would we call that card? What's one of those things that you get? What's the thing you get change behind that comes out? You know, the ornate ones. What are they called? Not a screen. They're called
screen. No, it is called a screen.
Is it called a screen?
Yeah.
That's what I want to call it. A screen card.
Though, with a little bit of acetate behind the back, so that nobody ever knows it's there.
Brilliant. So do grab that if you want to go for the acetate. It's a heavy duty one. It's on the show. It is very, very busy on these brand new nesting frame dies, so do snap them up. I just can't wait to see what people start making with these, Sarah, and all the different ways they pull in. I mean, even using just the frame for something like your flower forming, I think would be awesome, just as a base to put your beautiful foam flowers on.
Oh yes, and do you know what? It would be brilliant. Like you said, do take that frame, and then you've seen all the different shapes of cards that we can do, having those beautiful bases. So what we're going to do? Oh, Joe, what's that? No, I'm not. I was going to wind him up and send you over to Joe, because Joe's on cake mode now. what was the item number for that again, Joe? We are so professional in here really on a Friday afternoon. That is us all over to a T. Right, okay. Now,
oh, it's good cake though, Sarah.
Isn't it good?
Yeah.
Can I just tell you, I didn't pinch it off the set.
Sounds like you did if you've had to say that.
But I was like, oh, what's that over there? And they're like, oh, we're just giving everyone a piece of cake. I was like, all right. Would you like one, Sarah? I'd absolutely love one. And while I'm here, I'll take a half a dozen extras because I'm going back to the office.
Well, I'm glad you did.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Right, here we go. Now, this is the point. You're going to press record and come back to this part of the show, okay? Because I'm going to show you how to do, look at these, twisted easel cards using that fabulous die. Now, this one is called the modern swirl frame, and it is amazing for this sort of card, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to start off just with a couple of pieces of card. Now, you could be using your card and envelope packs for these, Joe, perfectly, and you're going to just cut your card to just ever so slightly bigger than what this one is. So can you see, it's just, well, it's pretty much bang on the right size, because what I want you to do is I want you to have it, so we're going to put this, so there's the fold line, we're going to pop that over the fold line, and we're just, going to not catch the folded parts. Can you see like there?
Oh yeah.
So it's just going to not quite cut over the fold ever so slightly. So if I lift this up again, and now I have my tape back in place, we're going to pop this in. Now, I'm not going to put any dies in the middle, because what I want to do is I want to leave the center of the frame all in one, all right? So you've got all those placed in, Joe. Because we're cutting through 2 layers of the cardstock, I'm going to pop this into the onto the metal shim, and then also if you look at what I'm doing, I've just slightly twisted it. So clear plate, I'm going to put my magnetic, I'm going to put my top plate down, and then go and whiz them straight through. Now, you might want to send them through a couple of times. You might want to open it up and send it right through the cut to cut the underneath. And also, later on in the show, I'll come and show you how if you don't have a Gemini, you can't cut through 2 layers, how you could still go ahead and construct these cards without cutting through 2 layers, okay? So, there we go. Can you see there? That is cut really well from there. So what I want you to do is just lift that off, peel all the pieces away, and then just sit and pop those pieces through there, Joe.
Excellent. That has come out of there really, really well. Lots of you chatting away. Gilmore says, a lot of you talking about different materials that you're going to be cutting in here. Debbie says this set is so beautiful. It really, really is. Oh, do you know we've got to say happy birthday today?
Oh, yes, we have to say happy birthday to our Ben.
Absolutely. It's Ben Mosby's birthday. Do pop yourself over to his Facebook page after the show. Send him some birthday love.
Send him some love.
I hope he's up doing something fabulous today. So, yeah, happy birthday, Ben, from us all here. They're like a hot knife through butter, aren't they, Sarah?
Oh, straight through, 2 layers, absolutely no problem, Joe. Then what I'm doing is, can you see I've lined up the 2 corners and I'm just going corner to corner through this middle section. So can you see you've left the back one, corner to corner through the middle one. And then when I fold this over, that is going to be what gives us the twisted easel, all right? So that twists onto here, can you see?
Nice.
And then what I've done, and you don't need to see me cutting again because you've just seen me do it once, is I've cut them again in a different colour. So we just need to stick these 2, Joe, over top of each other, all right? And I've cut the inside out of this one at the same time. So onto here, all I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm actually going to go, so I've done one like this. I'm going to stick that over the front for strength and stability.
Okay.
And then stick this one over the front of that. And when you're sticking, you know what I'm going to say, don't you guys? Get that dotty tape pen out, right?
Absolutely.
Dotty tape pen around the edge. So let's have a little look. I'm going to go dotty tape pen all around the edge at the bottom here. And then in that middle section, I'm going to go with the straight tape pen, Joe, like this.
Brilliant. Remember, both of those, the bumper boxes, I like to call them, are available on the show. You get 12 in each. It's basically, you don't get a better opportunity to get better value on our tape pens than you do with these. Our tape pens as well are absolutely legendary, which I love. You guys love them. Those of you that have used them out there will know how incredibly great they are. And also, they're so much longer than a lot of other tape pens out there on the market. You get absolutely loads crammed into each and every one of those. That looks fantastic. Just funny that when you've done that concept there, it almost looks a bit more like a TP card than a regular twisted easel. I think because there's so much detail in the frame, you don't really see the easel. You do see the easel, but what you also see is all the detail around it. I don't know, I feel like these are going to create something that looks really unique, even if you're using them for concepts that you're used to making. They're going to give you such a different look and feel.
Because they're so ornate, so filigree. I mean, look at that. Who would know that we had 3 layers layered up under there, the strength that you've got in the base of that card, and then that is going to stand... I mean, look at that. That is absolutely looking fabulous, even if I do say so myself, Joe. It's
absolutely
just
awesome.
Right? And then also, remember that you've also got in here, can you see, you've got the corner piece. So this is the corner piece there. So what I've got is, I've got that corner piece. I'm going to use that, Joe, as my stopper. So again, I'm going to use some of these little pieces that come out on the base of here, and then I'm going to add a little stopper on there as well. Just Brilliant. Going to look fabulous.
I love how you played around with the colour combos here. I think maybe these would look great as well, using the same colour but in different sort of textures, you know, like a silver mirror and a silver matte mirror together. I think you're going to be able to play around with them and make them look and feel really, really different. Of course, you're going to be able to use things like your pattern papers as well. If you've got any of those awesome hunky-dory pattern cardstocks that we did recently, I think you could play around with these as well. I nearly fell over again. That's the 3rd time today I've nearly fallen over, Sarah.
What are you doing?
And I haven't really tripped over anything. I've just fallen over my own feet. I don't know what's quite going on.
Oh, Joe, did you not hear what happened to me on Saturday?
No, what?
I did an absolutely massive fall. Do you want to see my knee?
Oh, no. Oh, yes. I saw it on your Instagram. Looks nasty. Oh.
Yeah.
I love that Fiona was giving you some very stern advice about looking after it.
Yeah.
It looks like it's healing up though nicely.
It's really, really sore to touch though. So yeah, just a little bit of love there. That's all I was after there, folks. Be really honest.
Do you want me to tell you
what the sympathy, bit of love.
Do you want me to tell you what the absolute best thing is for things like that?
And
you're gonna laugh at me when I tell you. Go to a agricultural shop and buy udder cream, which is what farmers put on cows' udders, and it sorts your skin out, stops scarring, and it makes it amazing. I probably should caveat that with I'm not a doctor, and you should do your own research, is what I should probably say.
Wow. Udder cream.
Udder cream, yeah.
Who's told you this?
My uncle told it me.
And have you ever tried it?
I had a wound a little while ago and I used it and put it on and it didn't scar at all. So I found that for me personally it works.
It works.
And it does say not for use on humans on the packet though. So.
Oh my life. Right. Okay. So we can't really recommend it live on TV then, can we not,
Joe? I get started and then the more I dig, the deeper
you
I
wish
get
I hadn't said anything.
Yeah. Let's just forget that happened. Delete that bit, all right?
It's like when I've been on Steph's Pack Lunch today. So they had a guy on there who's been on The Masked Singer. Right. Alan Johnson was he called? Anyway, he was on The Masked Singer, so obviously he can sing. And he said, live on the show, he said, oh, it's my granddaughter's birthday today.
Right.
And then they said, tongue in cheek, do you want to sing happy birthday to her? So he said, yeah, I'd love to. Then off he went. Well, you know, Joe, from a lifetime of working in TV, you can't sing happy birthday live on air without paying a lot of royalties.
Oh, no.
Next thing on live TV, he's just finished happy birthday to his granddaughter. And Steph just literally said, okay, so we're going to be paying a lot of royalties for that.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Yes. Live TV, guys.
Live
this is
TV.
why we love it. Right, so there we go. So we've got these. I'm basically just putting the second version of the card together, Joe.
Awesome.
So we're exactly the same now. And I'm going to do this part here, another little bit of tape. I mean, this is pretty spectacular as far as like an advanced demo goes, because we've done a double one of these easels, right?
These would look beautiful to frame pictures as well, wouldn't they? You know, for box frames and stuff.
I mean, just look at them. They're absolutely gorgeous. So what I've got is, I've got two of them, right?
Yep.
So I've got two there. And all I'm going to do is, I've got a fabulous base card. And I've just got the base card all ready here. And we're just going to layer up the two of these onto the base card, stick them down, and then stick a happy inner birthday on them, Joe.
Brilliant. I love that cardstock as well. It's got a real sort of 70s retro sort of fabulous vibe about it.
Yeah, it's that summer sunset one, isn't it?
Really beautiful. Jerry says I think that's my favourite design, this particular project.
Yeah, I think it will be for a lot of people actually.
Debbie Robinson would absolutely love that. She
She'll go bananas for this one.
loves an easel, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Crafty Ange says, good morning, Joe and Sarah. I ordered my set of the nesting dies and the dotty tape pens as well. Rebecca says, oh, here we go, Sarah. Lots of viewers agreeing with me on the other cream.
Oh my word, I've heard it all now. Is that just because they want to get in Joe's good books?
I don't know, but like there are obviously a lot of comments, because normally if there was like 3 or 4 comments, our social media superstar Rachel would put them through, you know, and type them into the chat for me. There's obviously too many agreeing with me that she's had to just put, there are lots of people saying yes, Joe. So there we are.
Wow.
I feel vindicated. Still read the packet and do what it says on the packet, or whatever I need to say. Rebecca says, Sarah, these frames would go wonderful with your vintage diary and Caring Thoughts collection.
Yes, they absolutely would.
Can't wait to add these to my collection. Yes, they would absolutely work beautifully for that. I think that is lovely. The detailing on that is absolutely exquisite.
Right, well there is the easel. So there's the front of the easel. There we go. So that's the front of the easel all ready to go. And then all I've got is, I've got 2 of the inner pieces. And do you know what? We'll be doing a craft along live for this, Joe, in the next couple of weeks. So if there's something people specifically want to see, speak now or forever hold your peace. Because if there's a technique you specifically want us to teach you on that craft along, you could ask, let us know who's gone for this today and who would be interested in coming and crafting along live with us.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We do have an email address, don't we, that I can never remember. I'm sure someone will give me a little strap to put along the bottom of the screen. I'll get that for you in just a moment. Carla saying I can see a beautiful Christmas card using this frame. Here we go. Send us an email if you want to get involved with that craft along to crafterstvguest@crafterscompanion.co.uk. I would pop into the subject field, nesting frame die, and we'll get back to you. One of our social media superstars will go through there and they'll have a look. So if you want to come and use these on the show with myself or Ben and Becky and one of our fabulous craft experts, then drop us a line. We'd love for you to do that. This card also matches my shirt today, I've just realised.
Oh, excellent. I've just realised I was going to put these on a little bit skew whiffy and I haven't, so I'm going to skew whiffy them up, Joe.
Okay, you skew whiffy away.
That's going to go skew whiffied and then that's going to go across the middle like this. Yeah, I want to get this perfect because I'm loving this card. Do you know, I love how I'm deciding myself what I think might win card of the show and put a bit more effort into it.
Well, I can see Debbie Fisher at the back, so, you know, competition.
So I might have had it anyway, might I? Right, here we go. So, got them on the bit of a skew whiffy. Then my happy and birthday is going to go on there. And I think I'm going to go straight on with the glue gun just for speed with these, you know. Here we go. So just get these on here and then lie them up on a slight diagonal, Joe.
Sean rightly saying these would be great for wedding invitations, wouldn't they, just?
Oh, yes.
And even
fabulous idea.
Even then down to using them for place settings as well. I think especially that navy and blush one you did, Sarah, would work beautifully as a place setting.
Yes.
If you want to use them for that. I just think you're still going to start coming up with so many different ideas for these. But that is absolutely stunning.
Now that is if you want to go really knock it out the park, fabulous showcase 3D cards.
Amazing. Snap them up. And that's just, like, if you did that, you can do that in 6 different styles, I would say that's one of 15 or 20 different concepts that you're going to be able to do. Then think about playing around with all the different card styles, all different card stocks you're going to use, all your pattern papers. I mean, there's just so many possibilities when it comes to using these. I'm going to take you back through the boards and what you get in each of these. Now, this is with them all put together, sort of all stacked up. So do remember, you can use one layer or multiple layers of this if you want to. I love that what you've got in each of these, if you've got that big amount of detail there, and that's got an outside cutting edge. You then have more detailing here. You've got the small inner frame, and then you've got the embellishment within there too, which is absolutely incredible. So you've got the filigree frame, which is this one just here. You also then have the modern swirl. This one is your deco swirl, and I mean that, it's almost like an optical illusion, that one, isn't it? There is so much going on within there. This also gives me a little bit of like Chinese dragon kind of vibes as well. I think you did it with like reds and golds and greens. I think you'd definitely be able to make that a very oriental looking if you wanted to. This one here is your elegant rose swirls. I'm just dying to see that paper piece back together. I think it would look beautiful with some of those gorgeous textured cardstocks in there. This one here is your delicate lace frames. Again, so lacy. The thing is with lace as well, it's timeless, isn't it? It's not like a trend or anything along those lines. These designs that you've got in here, they are absolutely timeless. You're going to be using these as much in 5 or 6 years as you are using them today. They're not going to go in or out of fashion, which is brilliant. $64.95 or $74.75 is an excellent price to get your hands on all 6 of them. However, if you are a platinum member, you're all getting some kind of discount wherever you are in the club, but platinum members, $51.96 or $59.80 is your price to get your hands on all of them, which is awesome. I'm just hearing how quickly the stock is going on that awesome Centura Pearl bundle, and I am not surprised. I want to just quickly take you through again what you're getting. So am I right in thinking surely just the gold and the silver on its own surely should be setting you back this kind of money? The 40 sheets.
So usually 40 sheets of Centura Pearl you pay $9.99 for.
Right.
So I would look at it as, on this deal, you're buying the gold and silver card, you're getting 60 sheets of the double-sided Centura Pearl paper absolutely free, and we are going to let you get them on a multi-buy, 2 for $9.99, 2 for $15 or 2 for $25.
What would you be doing with the papers? How do you tend to use them?
Right, so did you see like the card that I made, Joe, the box?
Yep.
Where I then die cut it and laid it up. So if you're only using your die cuts for toppers and layers, not to create base cards with, do them on paper instead.
Okay.
Look, we're getting 3 times the amount of paper as what we did cardstock in the extra piece.
Wonderful. And I guess as well, like when it comes to adhesives then with paper weights, Sarah, am I thinking the all-purpose would be what you'd go to? It wouldn't give it that sort of, wouldn't make it wrinkle or crinkle?
Wrinkle up. Or dotty tape pen.
Or your dotty tape pen.
So when I did that lovely box, I used the dotty tape pen and it stuck down absolutely wonderfully well. Them dotty tape pens, honestly, will revolutionise the way you do it. And because it's double-sided, of course, you've also got that red on the inside as well as having it on the front there, which I just think looks even more professional.
Yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous. That Centura Pearl, though, we're well over half the stock gone now. $9.99 or $14.99. 2 of those for $15 or $25. That means 4 of them, £30 or $50. which is amazing value for money. That means you could have 400 sheets of that for £30 or $50. That is incredible value for money. It really, really is. Something else I know that Sarah is really excited about, and you were saying, Sarah, weren't you, that we're coming to the end now on this surprise box. So if you've been thinking about it, you absolutely need to grab. Probably in this show, I think we could lose it actually in this next 40 minutes. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. It will go by the end of this show. So if you've got it in your basket, you need to check your basket out. Now, we made tens upon tens upon tens of thousands of these, and we sold them all over the world as a fantastic big gift, right? This was our main Christmas gift. So in here you are getting over £67 worth of product, and it was £35, $39, right? Now what we've done is, we've done this special price because we are at the last 20% of our stock left going into the show yesterday. Special price £20 or $20, and then 100 bonus points on top of that. Now bear in mind, if you're already like platinum in our club, you're not even paying that £20, $20, you're going to be paying 16. So if I just open this up and show you exactly what you're getting for that price, all beautifully tissue wrapped and everything like that. If it was me, I would be happy just to get the super size birthday fabulous and thankful dies so that you can do simply thankful for you. Thankful for your kindness. You are simply fabulous, right? So loads of kind of mix and matching on the dies and the stamps. Then you move into the papers, as you were showing everyone before, Joe. The papers, and we won't be repeating these. So we always just do these as a one-off. So if you love the papers and you just want more of the papers, it's worth getting this set alone just for restocking on the papers and the cards and envelopes and having extras of the dies and the stamps and everything. Talking about stamps, you also get this set here, Joe, which are beautiful to colour. So you've got all of these wonderful florals and different pieces there. Then we've also got gems, you've got ribbons in here as well, you've also got your dewdrops, and then as I said before, you've got about £15-18 worth of cards and envelopes. So your 6x4, your 5x7 and your 6x6. So if you are platinum in the club, for example, the whole box here is worth it just to stock up on your cards and envelopes. Of course we said it was worth it because we loved all the gorgeous papers. You were just going to get more of the papers. And actually these are the sort of dies that you will just use day in, day out on all your cards. So while you're getting the bonus points, while you've got the great deal, maybe this is a box that you've got. Maybe you've got it, you've had it, you've used it, you love it. Maybe you're getting an extra box, you know, for a friend or for the grandkids, and you're just going to take the dies out maybe and have them a card making kit to get started on a crafting journey. You take the dies out, you're taking the value out and the dies and stamps. You're just going to give them a great starter card making kit. We sold hundreds and hundreds of these last night alone on this deal. If you want it, the last, did you say it was 1 or 2% of the stock left? That is it.
1%.
Not just for the show, that's it.
Get it quick before it sells out is what I'd say. In fact, you know what, if that is in your basket, definitely think about checking it out because it could go any moment. You know what it's like when we get towards the end of stocks, everyone checks out and it just goes. £16 or $16 as a platinum member. I mean, I would definitely be multi-ordering on that and packing some of that away. Less than 100 actually of those now to go around. So I'd imagine it will go in this show. I just want to recap that deal on the Junior for you because I know it's been out of stock for a while now for US customers. It is in stock. Not only is it, this is what I love about Crafts Companion, right? Something's been out of stock for ages. So what we know that loads of you are waiting for it. So we'd normally just bring it back in stock. Most other companies would, and they just put it on the website at full price. However, we say, no, that's not good enough. Because everyone's been waiting for it, I'll tell you what, we'll get it back in stock and we'll give you $100 worth of dies totally free of charge. I think that is absolutely awesome. If you don't own it, this is brilliant. I mean, subtract the cost of the dies from the machine, you're looking at $100 in the US. It's incredible, and it's an incredible machine. In fact, let's share with you all the features of the Gemini Junior. Still laughing about udder cream. Anyway, all the details there of that fantastic Gemini Junior. Don't miss out on that. If you've been waiting for it, what a back in stock deal you've got there on that. Absolutely awesome. Still very, very busy on these nesting dies. Are you getting all 6 of them in here? They're available individually. They're available on a 2-4, but that is not what you guys are interested. Pretty much all of you, in fact, 96% of you I'm hearing are going for the entire collection, because it just gives you so many different options. You think about the different card concepts you're going to do. I'm just really excited. I'm excited for seeing how excited you guys get when you get these home, because there's loads you're going to be able to do with them. Right, do you think we could got time for like one more demo before we maybe think about doing demo of the show, Sarah?
Right, come on, one more. Then I want to show you the concept suite. And then I actually have other demos as well. I've got loads to show you with these, and I'm going to go back through the concepts, okay? So I'm going to pick a one that could be a contender. So, you know I'm going to say it. I'm going back to that gorgeous floral one. This is my absolute top favourite nesting die ever. It's just absolutely fabulous, right? So this is the one I would be seeing as like getting for free. So because you're only paying for like 5 and getting one free essentially, this is the one with those beautiful florals. So what I'm going to do, Joe, is just cut it first off into a little bit of the cardstock. Now, if this is your first time that you've been using these nesting dies, I know they're intricate, but you don't need to do anything different to what you would for any other nesting dies, right? Just because they're more intricate than those, it's still just your same regular sandwich. Whether you put them through your Gemini, your Junior, your MIDI, they go through the MIDI really quick, really easy, give you a lovely detailed cut. You can do that there. Use them with your Gemini, your Big Daddy machine if you want your Gemini Pro, and they're going to cut beautifully well. But what I like to do is take them out, give them a good tap, right, and that will release all those little bits out of there as well. So look at how beautifully detailed that is, and into all those little bits there as well, Joe. Now, these have snippability as well. So for example, if you wanted to come in, Joe, and I say, right, let's take out some of this detail, I could just come and completely snip out if I wanted. In fact, let's snip a little bit more out, should we? Let's snip a little bit of that rose out altogether. Oh, so nice. I can just come in, I can snip into this if I want and take out some of the detail. Take out a little bit of this detail around here. And it's very easy to do if you do want to snip into it and do a little bit different. Now, what I thought I'd do, snipping into it like this, is actually, let's see if I can just remember what I did on the other side now so we can match it up and do the same, is snipping into this one here. I'm going to layer this now over top of another piece of the cardstock cut in the same way. So are you ready? I'm going to take this and I'm going to layer this now. I've done the cut into another piece of cardstock. So the same cardstock, but layered that up so that we get some showing through the background. And maybe you want to show a little bit more of that background. What we can then do, Joe, is take the cutting in the centre, and we can say, right, let's cut that detail into there. So I'll pop this in and we'll cut ourselves an aperture frame out the centre so that we can see through into the middle.
Awesome. Dietta's talking about Centura Pearl. So if you're going to stamp onto it, what sort of ink would you use to stamp onto it?
Right, so a permanent ink's going to be lovely. So you want one that's going to dry, okay? So you don't want one with a very open... For example, your quick dries would be brilliant.
Okay.
I wouldn't stamp using our Harmony water reactives because I'm not going to say they're never going to dry, but they're going to take absolutely ages to dry, which is not what you want, okay? So my recommendation would be your quick dries would be absolutely perfect.
Brilliant. I hope that answers your question. Betsy Thrupp says, order the collection. Woohoo! And Carla Parsons says, I bought them all. Happy Mother's Day to me.
Yes. Oh, of course. It'd be Mother's Day coming up in the US, won't it?
Yeah.
Because it's in May. So when is Mother's Day, guys? Let us know.
Is it the 8th of May, or have I made that up?
How would you know something like that?
I feel like it's just in a little bit of my dusty sort of corner of my brain.
Corner of your brain somewhere?
It's just in there somewhere. I don't know why. The 9th. Not bad.
Not far off. Not far off. So look at that. We've got that lovely frame with a little bit of this detail coming through from the back, okay? Now, what you're going to do, Joe, just to save you watching me, because I want to get through extra demos. You see, I've done a lot of these where I've cut through a double layer of cardstock. So where we've scored the card, so not doing what I'm doing here and give it a bit of crease. You're going to score your card, and then you're going to cut through a double layer over the fold. Yep, you've seen me do that a couple of times today. When you do that, you end up with this sort of card here, where you've got the shaping, but over the top of the fold. And what I'm going to do is, for strength, I'm going to take this and layer that up on top of there again. Now, every time I'm doing this, Jo, I'm doing it with the dotty tape pens into that edging. Really, really important. Use the dotty ones. And if you haven't tried our dotty tape pens before, my word, you are going to be in for a shock when these come. For your straight sticking, your dotty tape pens are not as strong as your regular tape pen, Jo. It just wouldn't work in a dot matrix type base. But for your intricate die cutting, which is absolutely this set here, they are not just a nice to have, they are these will revolutionise your crafting type need to have.
Absolutely. No more glue bogies, as some people call them.
Yes. Who would possibly
I
say
wouldn't
something
call
like
them that. I wouldn't call them that. Sarah might.
How fabulous does that look from the front there? Now, I've got that, Jo. I've just then got some extra little pieces. So, for example, I'm going to take that. I'm going to mount that over top of this base that we just cut out. And I'm going to layer that up and create myself an extra little topper. And I've just got these. Now, remember, as well as all of this, Jo, you also have this little die cut here. Now, I've got that little die cut there that I've just cut out in the blue and also the craft card. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the blue and I'm going to snip into this again. So I'm just coming straight round here and I'm just going to snip into this so that we end up with just the flower and not the leaves. Well, actually, do I want these couple of leaves? Look, you can see how it's going to look, you see. I can take that onto there with the leaves. I might take the leaves off as well. So you just cut them and you're just trimming the leaves off. So if you're wanting to like create a multiple layer, I'm just putting that on and then see if I can get that lined up perfectly. Of course I can, right? So that is going to add up just over the top there. And I'm going to use that dotty tape pen to hold that in place again. So you're going onto there's a nice finishing like flourish
Lovely
on there.
little flourish.
Isn't it lovely? And then I've die cut just the word thanks. Now this is when, if you are going for that surprise box, it really comes into its own, because things like thankful and fabulous are absolutely the sort of words that you will use a lot. So I know this isn't from there, but you get the idea. That's what you could be using those lovely big dies for. And that I'm going to take and just position on the side here, and I think I'll use just one of our little 3D foam pads for that, so that the whole thing is kind of layered up on there. That is what I'm talking about, Jo, when it comes to a very professional but very simple card.
But that was still a fairly time effective, wasn't it, card to make, Sarah? But look,
I think so.
So elegant, so refined, so detailed, and that really is because the die is what is doing the work for you, which is amazing. And I know that you're going to love putting these together. Remember what you're getting in here. I'm going to go through all of them again for you. As I said, pretty much all of them, you can use them one way or another. So this one, for instance, a filigree frame, you've got the option to use it in a portrait style or in a landscape style. It's completely up to you. This one here, the modern swirl, use it straight, or you can use it on the wonk. It's completely up to you. Again, the same here with this one. That deco swirl is absolutely beautiful. The rose swirls, which I know Sarah is loving. Again, I'd love to see that paper piece. I think that would look awesome. You've got the delicate lace frames in there too. These are beautiful. I really love that. What's it called, Sarah, that sort of style? You know where it's sort of like pinched?
Yes, like a label.
A label style, yes, I guess that's what it is. Really beautiful. And remember, you don't have to use all the dies in conjunction with each other at all times. You're going to be able to take these apart and move them away and use them in other projects if you want to. They are so versatile and usable in their own right, but when they come together, it gives you this incredible concept. You've then got the abstract frames in there too, which is absolutely awesome. And what I love about them is that there's a lot of metal for your money in this collection, but we still managed to keep that price low for the launch, which is awesome. Again, of course, you can use your Club Inspire discount there as well. Jeanette says, wow, look at this. I am in awe. Alicia's got a question. Can you cut the lace part and make a Z-fold card? I'm not too sure how that would work out in my head.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. What I can do is I can go through all the concept cards again, show you all the different. I'll get those ready, Joe.
All right, brilliant.
And we'll have a look at those in a second.
Wonderful. Also, are we going to do card of the show now? Do you think you've got one more card? What do you reckon?
Come on,
we're
I'll
sort of
show
on
you
a
the
precipice,
concept.
aren't we?
I'll show you the concept suite, then I'll do the card so you can pick out of the show, then I'll do another demo.
All right,
Good
brilliant.
plan?
What a plan.
Right,
Brilliant.
okay, so here we go. I loved this idea here of doing the large box. So then what you've got is the same technique that I showed you with the other box, where you use the die to cut into the side of the box, replace the behind with the vellum, and then die cut the rows and pieced it into the gap that you had. So they, I think, are really, really gorgeous, clever. That might be a nice one to do for the craft along, by the way, wouldn't it?
Nice.
Although you'd have to have a large
great.
Gemini to cut into that, to put your large pieces. That's worth thinking about. Now, this is a fold back card. Some people call this a Z fold card, so maybe that's, didn't know if that's what you were maybe thinking about, that last question. But this one here, so it's just basically the fold back card and onto the fold back. But that's the same one that we used to create this shape card here. I think you'll do a lot with this one, by the way. It's a really useful design. This one I found is really good for your shaker cards, so you can be easily putting your different shakers into these. The rows, this is quite clever. Thought, why not do this with the little dangling piece, so cut into the front of the card, and then layer up the rows on top of it. You've also got, these are really clever, these ones here, where you cut into the front panel of the card with that. I did one of these, I showed you how to do these when I did the inverted nesting dies show. So you could be doing these exact, all the cards I did with the inverting nesting dies, you could do with these as well. Then you've got, look at this one here, where we've got that wonderful, like the stand up. So that's like an easel card, but with an easel on the fold. We did the mirror. We showed everyone how to do like the screen card. And I like that idea. And remember, we use the acetate to connect them at the back there. You can be doing them to cut into like the lids of boxes. This one's just done into the lid of the box. That same design is done here onto an easel card, so just like I showed you with the twisted easel, but with a straight easel onto there as well. The K card, I did a K card demo just, I think it was either earlier this week or back half of last week, teaching everybody how to do K cards on the shoujo. And then that really ornate one, I love this idea of just layering two up on top of each other to get like your old-fashioned spirographs on there, really, isn't it? So
really is
I thought
beautiful.
That was brilliant. Loads and loads of ideas. I mean, swing cards. How fabulous is that to do like a swing card with these as well? Love this idea. Love the idea of having the cards where you peek through into the frame in the inside. Just so many different concepts. You can be doing every one of these concepts with all of the different dies that you've got on there. So every one of these dies with every one of the concept cards.
Brilliant. Oh, awesome. You're going to absolutely love putting them together. I can't wait to see what you come up with as well, how you use them, and the new concepts that you come up with, which is absolutely going to happen. A lot of love for the 3-panel card there as well. Debbie ordered them all yesterday, but I think the rose is my favourite. I think the great thing is you don't need to have favourites when you're going for the whole collection. And I know you're going to love them. They're going to be great, I think, for creating themes of cards as well. You don't want to create cards that are matching maybe, especially if you're selling for an occasion, but to theme something. I think you're going to love doing that with these as well. Right, I think the time has come to vote on Sara's demo of the show.
Right, I think we've gone from everything from very, very basic to way more advanced and everything in between this with this one. So I just started off with that very, very simple gatefold card with the design kind of meeting in the middle. And then we went on to learn how to do a shaped card. So you've got all of your shapes on there as well. And then from there, I did my impromptu, hadn't planned it, show you how to do the box and cutting into the front of the box. We then did the way more advanced one when I showed everyone how to do the double twisted easel card on here. And then from the double twisted easel, we then went on to do this one here, right? So if we're going to give them all numbers, that would make this one 5. So the one that we just did
Awesome.
the thanks. Number 4 would be the twisted easels.
Brilliant.
Number 3 would be the box.
Awesome.
Number 2 would be the shaped card.
Excellent.
And number 1 would be that gatefold.
Fantabulous. Get voting. Make sure your voice is heard. You can do that. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over YouTube, on YouTube as well. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And I've got a new one for you, Sarah. Press the bell. I found out about this the other day.
What's the bell?
Because the bell, it gives you a push notification every time we go live. So
On
there's
YouTube?
so there's this YouTuber that I follow that's like trying to visit every single province in Thailand on his motorbike, and I realise if I hit the bell, I get a notification the moment the new video goes up. So therefore, you never need to miss them.
Awesome.
I feel like that was my homework for the week. There you are. Right. Let me share with you what is in this incredible mystery bag, because essentially you're paying for this. Is what you're paying for. You've got this awesome double-sided hexagon box die, mixed match 2 different sizes. That's the cost of the box, the whole rest of the bag. Yet in here, you're also getting credit card dies, amazing Nature's Garden credit card dies. How about pop-out dies, making the inside of your card as exciting as the outside? How about beautiful 6x6 papers? They're in here. Hang on, are they double-sided? Yes, they are. You've then got stamps in here as well, which is brilliant. For things like tags, these are awesome. And this is fantastic for travel themes. If you want to do things like your travel, scrapbooking, thank you, Georgina. Just had a mind blank there. You've also got stamps and dies in here too, and some awesome over the edge ones. And you've also got brilliant sentiment in there as well. The value is off the chart. You're saving $83.94 or $100. Hang on. Not often we get to say you spend $40 and you save $110. Platinum members will be saving even more than that. Platinum members will be saving $118, which is amazing value for money. So do make sure you snap those up. Is that limited stock, did you say, Georgina? Almost limited stock now on that. I can't imagine we'll be seeing that again in a show anytime soon. Also still extremely busy for this Centura Pearl, Sarah.
Yes, well, so if you missed us explaining this at the start of the show, okay? Once a month for the Big Sarah Cartload show, I commission the folks at Slater Harrison, who make Centura Pearl, to put me together an exclusive collection for that show. Now, what we usually aim for is 60 sheets of cardstock. So I asked them for that, and they came back and they did me 30 sheets of the regular Centura Pearl in the silver. They did me 20 sheets of the heavyweight Centura Pearl in the gold. And then they didn't have any more cardstock they could do in the time frame. So they said, can we send paper? And I thought, yeah, no problem. But the beauty is, instead of sending 20 sheets of paper, they sent me the same weight, but in paper. So what you get is, you are getting here the double-sided pearl in the lilac. Then you are getting the double-sided pearl in the red and also in the green. So it's cherry and pistachio are their official names.
Nice.
And also the lavender on the front there. But those of you who are wanting to do like your card inserts, Joe, this is beautiful for the insides of your cards. And if you print onto it, you still get the pearl showing through after the print comes through.
Could we emboss that?
Oh, yes. Emboss it, die cut with these. They're wonderful. And here's the thing, right? So for $9.99 on any other day of the week, we'd be happy with 40 sheets of Centura Pearl cardstock. More than happy. The fact that you buy these for your $9.99, $14.99, you get these kind of thrown in for free, was already awesome. But then they're on a multi-buy, so you can get 2 for £14.99, $24.99, well, 15 quid, 25 quid. So £15, $25 gets you double the set. So please, for goodness sake, don't buy one. It's silly to buy one. For another half, again, you could buy double the amount of them, which is silly. And you can get your club discount on every price we ever quote. We never, ever exclude you getting your club discount on anything. Which is why we always have busy shows.
We do indeed. Well over half of that has gone.
Over 60% now.
Over 60% now. If you're watching this show back, I would absolutely check the website for the current stock situation. Is what I was going to say. Do you think we've got time to squeeze one more demonstration in, Sarah?
Of course we have. I thought, let's do a diamond easel.
Nice.
A little bit different, right?
Her name is Debbie.
So,
she is a diamond. It really gets in your head, doesn't it?
And love your easel type of cards. We sing all sorts. So the boys lie in bed. His name is Charlie. He likes to play Lego. I mean, they're singing all sorts to it now,
Bless them.
right? So here we go, right? What I'm doing, Joe, is I've taken a piece of A4 cardstock and I'm just scoring it in half. So that's one little notch before the 6, right? If you're using A4. So we've got that scored in half. And then what you're going to do is you're going to score that in half again. So it's one little notch before the 3. And that is our halfway fold in there. And that will give us the easel card, right? Then I've got another square of card. And whereas you would usually stick your square on like this, I'm going to mark the halfway point here. So around about there. And I'm actually going to stick this in a diamond shape instead. So if I just note that down there, Joe, quite clever here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that there and then just put these little bit of creative license there with the little pointy tool, my scoring tool, so that I can stick this down right in the centre and just have that stuck in place, which then means we just come in with the scissors, here's my larger scissors, and just trim that down here, so that you end up with a diamond point at the bottom of your easel, but it's still a regular fold card behind it.
That is real Sarah Scissorhands action right there. I guess you could do that with a ruler and a craft knife if you were more confident.
You absolutely could if you wanted, but just about having confidence with the scissors. You know, I'm just a bit of gung-ho like that, right?
And also, I tried using scissors that were not Crafters Companion scissors the other day, and it was literally like...
What were you thinking?
It was like driving a right-hand car and then trying to drive a left-hand car. I was like, what is going on here?
What were you thinking,
Never
boy?
again.
That will teach you. Yep, it's not until you start and don't have these tools that you appreciate just how awesome they are. Right, so I'm just using some of that navy and blush cardstock for the base. Cardstock. And then I'm going to go the same kind of up here. I love this kind of brushed feel about these. They're fabulous, aren't they? So here we go, all the sides there, across the front, and I'm going to bring this in from the kind of bottom right. So nice, simple easel fold card. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the silver from that Centura pearl set that we had, right? So I can just come in, and actually the lilac would work really well with this as well if you wanted. So there's the silver, and the silver's like a nice lightweight cardstock. So it's great for either your card bases or for matting and layering like this, right? So if I come and take that there, Joe, give it a rough cut to start with, and then I'm going to send this through and do a lovely detailed cut on there.
Awesome. Karen says, when using the vellum with a creator card, do you tape the design with a dotty tape pen or just the edges to the border?
Right, so I would tape it with the dotty tape pen because you won't see it.
Awesome.
Dotty tape pen all the way, guys.
Brilliant. Patty says, I'd love to craft along with these dies. Yes, absolutely, we will do. There will be a craft along in the next couple of weeks, and if you've ordered them in the launch show, we'll definitely make sure you've all had time to get your orders home, have a little bit of a play with them,
I can't remember when it is. I'm usually quite good like that because I do a lot of the scheduling, but if it's not already scheduled in, it will absolutely be getting scheduled in, I can assure you.
There you are.
You heard it from the boss herself.
Absolutely.
Right.
It will be coming up on schedule. You'll definitely find out, guys. Very close between card 4 and card 1 in the voting at the moment, I'm hearing.
Card 4 and card 1?
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't think card 1 would even get a look in.
Me neither, actually.
Yeah, I didn't think card 1 would get a look in. Shows you what we know, Joe, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it does. So very, very close. A couple more minutes and then we'll pick that winner.
Right, I've done a couple of these. Oh, look, I didn't use the dotty. That'll teach me. Now, I hadn't used the silver from the Centura pearl here because it's not double-sided.
Right.
I'd used the silver from our the navy and blush collection.
Okay.
But it's pretty much the same sort of colour. So both of these would work beautifully well. All right. So there we go. And even just sticking it flat like that, Joe, I think the cards look really simple but very, very effective. Now, you can then go and use the other pieces. So, for example, if I take these here I'm going to use these. Now, I'm going to nest them because they are nesting dies and we haven't done any much nesting with them so far. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the magnetic so that I can hold them in place, the two dies together, and then pop this onto here. So it's not going to move as we go through. And if you want to guarantee it's not going to move, then all you're going to do is I'm going to pop that in place there and hold it in place with a little bit of tape. I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to use this one here, Joe. Pop that down there and then just use the corner. There we go, of this cardstock here. Stick that down as well. And then we're going to have some lovely little flourishes to add onto the card too.
Brilliant, absolutely love that. Don't forget another fantastic show coming up for you as well later today, which is going to be Colour Me Happy. I'll be here, the lovely Debbie Fisher will be here as well. Colour blend pencils is what we're going to be having a look at in that show. Awesome starter deals for you. We've got, in fact, I think we've got all of the collections in stock at the moment. So if you already own them, get them out. Make sure you come and join us. If you haven't yet got them,
craft along.
We have got you covered. So yeah, make sure you come in for some colouring fun. It's a nice way to round off the week, isn't it? Yeah, the midweek. So
it's
yeah.
always been one of my top events of the week, Joe. Can you remember when we first started the Colour Me Happy shows?
Yes, of course, yeah.
It used to be me and you every Friday. It wasn't on a Friday evening then, though. It used to be Friday afternoon, didn't it?
It was the last show of the week, wasn't it?
Last show of the week.
Yes. What was it? 11 a.m.
Yeah,
it was.
I think it
11
was,
a.m. on a Friday, yeah.
Ian, the last show of the week. My word, how times have moved on, hey?
Honestly, yeah, absolutely. When I first started, there was only one show on a Monday, one on a Tuesday, one on a Wednesday, one on a Thursday, and that was it. Do you remember?
Do you know, and that was only like a year and a half ago.
That was January last year, yeah.
Yeah, my word.
Bonkers, isn't it?
Just think how far we've come and think how far... Oh, I've just ripped that one. I'm going to be a bit more careful now. And think how far we are still to come.
Absolutely.
Right, let's have a little look. Do you know what I'm going to do, Joe? Can you see what I'm doing? I'm using the dotty tape pen over the back here. And I'm putting too much on because I know I can lie that down, right? Lie this down as well. Right, and then once they're down, Joe, you can then go and rub away the excess. That
oh,
you don't
really?
Need to do. Yes.
I didn't know that.
I needed a little bit extra on here. So I stick this down and then just come and rub away the extra that we don't want on there.
Well, that's fabulous.
Yes, it is indeed. Who didn't know that about our dotty tape pens?
I had no idea.
There you go.
You live and learn.
You do live and learn. Let's have a look. I'll use what's left out of that there to just give me a straight bit of stick down here. So that's just going to come into this centre point here. And then because we need that bit of a stopper, I'm going to use that ribbon for the stopper and I'm going to use the hot glue gun to make sure we get a nice big globule so that ain't going anywhere at all. All right, so that's going to go into there, big globule, give it time to dry. Once that's dry, that's going to then give me the stand up. So I daren't put this in because it'll stick to that little bit of glue, but that will give me the stand up for the front page. Do you want to see the one that I've got?
Yes, please.
There you go. So you've got, there's the one where we've left that to dry and you can see there, very effective and like a cheat way to do your easel fronted card from a regular easel.
Love that. Well, card of the show, Sarah. I am shooketh, as the kids say. It's card number 1.
Well,
there you are.
I never.
Just goes to show. Just goes to show you never can tell. Sarah's just having a little boogie over there. I'm just going to put you. Oh, you got it.
Got it. Joe was going to cover me there, weren't you, Joe?
I was going to go for it.
We are so professional.
We really
are just so profesh.
We'll get a BAFTA for this. I can feel it.
Yeah. So Debbie Fisher knows what she's up against to beat me for
she
card
does.
today.
We'll see.
Don't even get me started, that Fisher girl.
We'll see how it goes. Right, let me recap what you're getting in this collection then. You're going to get all 6 of them for that awesome prize. The filigree frame in there. Remember, pretty much all of these can be used in a different aspect ratio. It's completely up to you. So you've got the filigree frame. You've also got the modern swirl. This one, the deco swirl, it's Art Deco, but it's got a little bit of an oriental vibe about it, which I am really liking. You've then got the decorative rose swirl. You've got the delicate lace frames and you've got the abstract frame in there as well. Love that you get the little flourish in there with each of them. There's going to be loads of different ways that you are going to be able to use those, which I think is fantastic. £64.95, £74.75. Platinum members, that becomes £51 and change, $59 and change. So do definitely get your hands on them. Sarah, what a pleasure to spend a couple of hours with you in the studio today. Do you know when you're back with us? Oh, I know when you're back with us here on Crafters TV.
On Monday.
Absolutely. For another launch.
You and me for another launch.
How fantastic. We'll also be together as well tomorrow for something happening over on the Crafts Companion USA page, which will be awesome. And don't forget the mystery bag free. It is now limited stock. If you want to get all of these awesome goodies for basically the cost of this, you will need to be not just getting it in your bag, you need to be checking your bag out as well, because it is very, very busy on that. Loads to come. I'll be with you right the way on through until the end of Monday now, actually. So I'll be taking you all through the weekend here on Crafters TV, which is always fun. And the lovely Becky will be here tomorrow as well. So you get a bit of a mixed bag too for the price of one, which is awesome. Thanks again, Sarah. Can't wait for Monday. Can't wait for tomorrow night as well.
It's a big couple of days coming up. I will see you tomorrow for a 4-hour HSN preview special. And then, like I said, back on Monday for an amazing launch day.
Brilliant. That'll be 2 p.m. Eastern time across on our US pages. Yes, I'll see you back here in a couple of hours though. Don't forget to check out your baskets. Get your pens and pencils at the ready. See you in 2 hours. Bye.